All right, today we're going to talk about chicken doors. This is not going to be an unboxing. They have plenty of videos on that on Amazon. This is the SSN Smart Metal Chicken Door. This is animal, but it's for chickens. They need to knock that off. Basically, chicken doors are a commodity. They're the most important part of the whole chicken operation, because you're not gonna get up in the morning. They need to be up and about as soon as the sun rises. So usually I set the timer for the morning. There's an option for the oh, there she goes, laying an egg. But anyway, there's an option for her for the door to open as soon as it detects light. I personally just use the timer option, and I keep track of the hours, because it gets longer during the summer and shorter in the winter, and that's why you get the different laying. But it's laying productivity, but it's important that they get as much sun as possible. And you're not going to be there every morning to open the door. Sometimes you don't want to roll out of bed, and I'm at work, and this door makes sure that it closes also at night, makes them safe from foxes, raccoons, and everything else that's running around here in a suburban area. But very important. This is solar powered. That's important. And then it has a timer. That's important. Everything else is extra. The door before this, I used a farm light. It lasted me about 2 years and 2 coops. It was a good door, but then this snowstorm came, and that's when it started malfunctioning. Everything froze, the gears were damaged. I would swear by farm light, but after this snowstorm, it was over. I mean, it's still working electronically, but the door came off. But they're really easy to set up, and like I said, this is probably my 4th chicken door. The first one I left in the hospital over there for the transition coop. Hasn't been really operating. It's only battery operated. I wouldn't recommend the battery operated one. This one has a internal battery that's backed by a solar powered panel, and that's important because you never know when you're gonna lose power. With the battery operated, you're gonna lose power. With this, at least you have a solar panel keeping it charged 24/7. So this is probably the best setup. The farm light was good. I also had another one that was a roll down door, and that one, I sold it with the other coop. So look at them, they're all staring at me, they're watching me talk. They're like, what is this guy talking about? Anyway, but these chicken coop doors, really important. Really important. Can't stress enough about the importance. This is my 4th door, and I think the other thing I would suggest is you have to have a covered run. This setup is not ideal because it's not a covered run. It protects them from hawks, but I should have really had a roof. And this summer I'm probably gonna work on that, building a new run and having a covered roof, because it also cuts down on the mud. But anyway, that's it. That's the chicken door. Most important piece, I would say, other than the food and the water. That's the most important piece of equipment for your backyard run.